Just 5 things that I always check in when I'm looking for high quality clothes, because as you probably know, nowadays most of the brands, most of the clothes, they have a really terrible quality that they are going to fall apart after just few washes. They are going to have a lot of lip balls, flap balls, peeling, you name it, whatever. It's going to look terrible after just few washes. It's going to lose its shape, and I know of course that is usually happening with fast fashion clothes, fast fashion brands, but even from time to time we can find things from Massimo Dutti or M&S that are kinda fast fashion, I would say, that sometimes from time to time we can find good quality clothes. So that's why in this video I'm going to mention my 5 main things that I always check to find high quality clothes. So let's start with the first one, which is a specialized company, a specialized brand. When you're looking for example, shoes, you don't want to go to Ralph Lauren or Brooks Brothers or whatever brand that they offers a lot of different things. You want a brand that is specialized in one thing, just one thing, or mainly one thing. The brands are usually in the business for a long time, so they know what they are doing. They have a lot of experience. They usually are family business as well. The commitment they have with quality is higher than any other brands that are offering, you know, a lot of different things. And when a brand is specialized in one thing, for example, shoes, like Crockett & Jones, Carmina, which is a Spanish brand, or Mermin, which is another Spanish brand, but they're made in China, the price that they offer, I know that it could be a bit more expensive. Like for example, Cheney, Joseph Cheney, that is also an English shoemaker that is offering quite good quality shoes. That is not maybe as expensive as Crockett & Jones, that is being increasing the prices like from the last 5 years. But even though the quality that you're going to find there is the best or one of the best in the market, maybe you can compare like what is the quality difference between Mermin and Crockett & Jones, but the price is also related. The Mermin offering Chinese shoes, I call them Chinese because they are made in China. Even it says Mermin Mallorca, they are from Mallorca, Spain, but they are not making anything in Mallorca. But the price that you're going to pay is related to where it's made. That is also another important point that I'm going to mention just a bit later. In this kind of companies, you're going to find that the quality of the leather is better. They are offering half sizes, which is not something that, for example, other brands that are not specialized in shoes are offering. The construction that they have is better, is black stitching or Goodyear stitching. That kind of things, you're only going to find them in specialized companies. If you're looking for socks, for example, go for Massarin, Gamarelli, Pedemeia, Portuguese company that has been in the business for I think more than 100 years. They are offering like a bit cheaper socks than Massarin and Gamarelli that are made in Italy, that I'm going to talk about the made in, if it's important or not, in this video as well a bit later. But there is where you're going to find the best socks in the market. Again, it's specialized with a lot of sizes, different sizes, not just one size fits all, which is something that I've seen. For example, Paul Smith, you know that I've been working in Paul Smith time ago, like 2 years ago. I was a specialist. One of the things they've been selling a lot were their socks, and we only made one size. It was like, oh, it's made in Italy, one size fits all. That's what I think that we usually needed to say to the customers. That's not true. I mean, it's true because it has a lot of elastan, and that is terrible quality because elastan usually tends to be bigger over time. And even though the price was crazy, like 25-30 pounds for each pair of socks, which is the same or even less that you can find in Gamarelli or Masari. If you're looking for jeans, I made a video about denim that is coming from Japan. Denim brands, they are specialized, they are the best in the market, like Momotaro, for example. They've been doing this for a while. They are only making or mainly making jeans, the best quality in the market. I know these brands could be a bit more expensive, and we are going to mention this just a bit later. The next point that I always check is the fabric, the composition. If you're looking for a specialized company, usually they are going to offer only or mainly 100% natural fibers, and especially when it's in contact with your skin, I always go for 100% natural fibers. Go for cotton, go for merino wool, go for silk, go for linen. Depending on the season, you need to go for one fabric or the other. But don't go for blends like 95% cotton and 5% cashmere. Usually that small percentage of cashmere is bad quality cashmere and is going to create peeling in really short time. Brands like, for example, Massimo Dutti, they have like this kind of blends. Avoid them because they only do that because it feels like softer. If you want good quality, go for 100% cashmere. It's better than this 5% of cashmere. Spend a bit more. The cashmere is warmer than wool. Well, it's kind of similar, but it's warmer and it's better for winter, for fall winter. But even though, don't go for the cheapest cashmere in the market. Don't get the cashmere from Uniqlo, which is going to create a lot of peeling in short time as well. Go for mid price. Don't go for Loro Piana as well. You know my experience with their socks. I know some people say, oh, you cannot talk about the experience with the cashmere of Loro Piana if you just got a pair of socks. Well, before spending 2,000 in a jumper made of 100% cashmere, it makes sense, at least to me, to try first 150 euro socks made of 100% cashmere as well. If they are not able to make a good quality pair of socks, then why we need to buy something else made of 100% cashmere? It doesn't make sense to me. Luca Faloni, for example, for the cashmere, better quality, or Private Y, for example, from the UK. They are offering also kind of good quality cashmere. Sometimes they do sales. Luca Faloni doesn't make any sales, which is good because, you know, brands that are like all the year the same price are the best. So anyway, I'm going to talk about prices just a bit later. Go for 100% natural fibers and check also if the fibers of the fabric are going to create peeling in short time, just like squeezing a bit the fabric. If it has like small fibers that are coming out like in really short time, that is going to probably create peeling in really short time as well after few washes. And don't get any polyester, any synthetic fibers, even the elastan. Actually, the ones that I have elastan are, to me, the worst ones because it's going to be bigger over time, because the elastan, when it's in contact with hot water, is getting bigger. That's why when you try your new pair of jeans that they have 100% or 500% elastan or even more in some brands, at the beginning maybe it feels like, oh, this is good, it feels so good, it fits me well, but after time they are getting bigger and bigger. By the way, you don't need to go only for specialized companies to get this 100% natural fibers. You can find this also even in Zara from time to time. They have like the Zara Origins collection, that which is a bit better quality, sometimes made in Portugal, thicker fabrics with 100% cotton, 100% linen. Go for that kind of things if you don't want to spend a lot. So I know that from time to time we can find this kind of things also in Massimo Dutti, M&S. If you check the composition label, you'll find it. So from time to time you can find kind of good quality things in these brands. The third point that I always check is the construction. If you are looking for something that it needs to last for a long time, we need to check that the construction is properly made. And this is not just looking for flaws or, you know, the stitching that maybe is not really properly made. Even in Bangladesh, they can make the stitching kinda look good. I mean, if you're looking for this kind of things in Shein, of course there's going to be terrible, but even though they can make kinda fair enough stitching. But I'm talking more shoes, for example, go for Blake or Goodyear construction. Don't go for the cement, the glue soles that are going to fall apart in short time. I mean, sometimes they don't fall apart in short time, but then you cannot replace the soles, and we want something especially for shoes that we can replace, that we can have for a long time. That's the good thing about things that they last for a long time, that you don't need to throw it away and get a new one. We want the same pair of shoes and keep it for really long time. Don't get shoes from fast fashion companies. Don't get a suit that is fused. You know, the suits could be half or full canvas or fused, which is also like glued. Most of these fast fashion brands are just making that kind of fused suits. It's more hard, it creates bubbling over time. This is not peeling, it's bubbling. mean is different. That is terrible quality and it's not going to last long time. It doesn't fit as well as when you have like half canvas construction or full canvas. It is going to adapt to your body like after time. So especially when you're looking for things that are a bit more expensive, always check the construction. Always ask to someone if it doesn't have any information about that. Like for example, if you're getting a new good pair of jeans, check if the construction, if the stitching is a chain construction, which is also better than the regular construction. That kind of small details make a lot of difference in terms of the quality over time. The next thing that I always check in, and you probably also are checking, is the price. But not the price in terms of I can afford or I cannot afford this. It's more related to the quality, because to me a price, it needs to be related to the quality. I don't want to pay for things that are overpriced because of the name of the brand, because of the prestige of the brand, or also because if you're looking for a suit, like I mentioned before, and one suit is made in Italy, another suit is made in China, and this suit, it has a price of $500 and this one, it has a price of $600, the one that is made in Italy, and the one that is made in China is just $100 less. And if they have the same construction and they are made of 100% wool and they have like similar quality of the wool, then to me it makes more sense go for the one that is just $100% more but is made in Italy. It's supporting the European manufacturing, is supporting things that are made locally, at least for me because I live in Europe. That it makes to me more sense and it's more fair, the price of this. For example, Suit Supply is making all the suits in China. That doesn't mean that it's worse quality. They have a half canvas construction. The fabrics that they are using are 100% wool. They are good quality, so usually from Vitale Barberis or Guabello or Marsotto, so different kind of good Italian brands. For the price could be good, but in Europe, especially in Spain, you can find, for example, 550 or even 600 made-to-measure suit from Massimo Dutti that is made in Portugal. Even in my own brand, I'm offering made-to-measure service for just a bit more than that, and I know that Massimo Dutti has a bit limited the service, like in terms of the design that you can have and in terms of the things that you can do for your made-to-measure suit. But if that fits for you and if it's what you're looking for, it's way much better than spending the same amount of money on Suit Supply that is made in China. In that case, I'll go for Massimo Dutti or for my own brand as well, because of course my own brand is my own brand. So that's why it makes sense to me that with the price, it needs to be related to the quality and also where it's made. And then we need to match that. They need to make sense that we are not paying a lot for just the brand or for the prestige, or even check if the brand is offering sales. If they do sales, if they are going to drop the prices just in January and July, then the things that they are offering are going to be more worth it. Because to me, it doesn't make any sense to buy things that are going to drop in price after just 1 month. I mean, if you need it, like you really need that, then yeah, it makes sense. But if not, just avoid these brands where they are not offering the sales. When it's not the sales season, don't get anything from them. And the last point to find high quality clothes is inside of a brand that is offering a lot of things, like a fast fashion brand like Massimo Dutti, M&S, or even Zara. They sometimes, from time to time, they offer like a small collection that it has better quality. They usually have like a different labels for that collection, like in Massimo Dutti they call it personal tailoring. They also have this kind of made-to-measure personal tailoring service, which is different, but also they have like a personal tailoring line. That line, that the small collection inside of the whole collection, that it has better fabrics, it has a construction usually that is better, it has a half canvas construction, it's usually made in Portugal, not all of them, but if you check, if you know, you know. And then if you go just for the personal tailoring collection, even if you go when they are on sale, right now, that Massimo Dutti is offering sales, and you find that kind of things, they could be really worth it. Keep in mind that these kind of brands, as they are fast fashion brands, they are changing this collection over time. Not over time, they are changing it like every season. So then if you find like something that you like a good shirt, a good t-shirt, a good jeans or whatever, just get it double, because it's not going to be the same next season. Autograph from M&S, for example, is also quite good. I mean, this is not the best of the best, but in terms of the budget, is probably the best of the best that you can find. In Zara Origins, you can find some things that could be good as well. Keep in mind that Zara is nowadays making a lot of oversized. I mean, Massimo Dutti is also offering kind of oversized things from time to time, as I mentioned, and sometimes you can find something that is really good in this kind of small collections that they have in the whole collection. I got a camel, 100% camel coat from Massimo Dutti personal tailoring collection like 9 years ago. That is great. It's the best coat that I ever had, and for the price that I paid, like it was 200 euros. It's impossible to find that. It's usually like 800 or something like that, and it's double-breasted, it's really warm, made in Portugal, it's great. So from time to time you can find this kind of things. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Don't comment about my mustache, which looks like a 15-year-old mustache, I know, but I wanted to try. I never had one, and I'm trying. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.